How's it going, Starseekers? Hope you're all doing okay, and welcome to this review of They Came From the Sky, an arcade score chaser where you control one of 6 different alien spaceships and are tasked with abducting as many innocent humans or animals as you can before running out of time or being shot out of the sky. The game also features competitive local multiplayer for up to 4 players. Now before we get started, I want to say congrats on the winners of the 500 subscriber milestone competition. These were Baytrod, Zach Blonde and Nick Smith. The draw was live streamed and it went as well as a live stream could have gone, and I'll leave a link to the draw in the description box below in case you want to check out how most competitions and draws on this channel are done. So back to the game, and we can see the main menu is a simple one. We get some cool classic sci-fi music playing in the background, and we only have 2 options available to us. The first of these is the statistics page, which keeps a record of our gameplay stats, and the second lets us begin a new game. We then get to select from 2 different game modes. The first game mode is time trial, and in this mode the challenge is to achieve the highest score possible within 99 seconds. The second is endless, where we need to survive for as long as possible while racking up a high score. So if we begin first with time trial, the first option on the next menu lets us select how many players are going to be playing. We can then select the city we want to invade, and there are 3 to choose from. We have New York, Moscow and Tokyo. And from what I can tell, these have no effect on the game and just change the backdrop. Our final option on this menu is not actually an option at all, and in fact shows us which ships are available to us and which ones are locked. We can unlock additional ships by spending gold coins collected in game, and our current gold coin count is seen in the top left. So hitting the play button, we now get to select which ship we want to play as before jumping straight into our first game. We then see our ship descend on the city before we gain control of it. Now the game features very simple controls which consist of 2 buttons. Our ship will move back and forth across the screen automatically, and we hit A to fire our tractor beam at the helpless creatures below. Doing this will also change our direction of travel, and the use of this will become apparent shortly. The second and final button we need to be aware of is the B button. Hitting this will engage warp speed, which boosts our ship, causing it to bash into the sides of the screen, and this will allow us to knock down humans that occasionally climb down the side of it. So as we capture humanoids and other creatures, we'll gain a point, and our total number of points are seen as a small number at the top of the screen. Since we're playing time trial mode, our current remaining time is also seen counting down as the larger number below this. So for each human we capture, we'll earn 1 point, but capturing several in quick succession lets us build up a combo meter, which multiplies this point by the combo meter's value. On the right side of the screen we can also see a list of power-ups available to us, and each power-up has a letter on it indicating its type. These will spawn at random after we abduct people, or after we shoot down the birds which fly by occasionally, and they provide a variety of benefits. Shield allows us to take an additional hit, and the current number of hits we can take is seen in the top left as hearts. As we play, policemen and soldiers will appear at random and fire bullets at you. These will remove a heart if they hit you, and occasionally a warning pops up on the screen, and a large rocket will be fired at you which will kill you in a single hit, regardless of how many hearts you've got. You can attempt to avoid these projectiles by changing direction at the right moment. The second power up is time. Now this is only really useful in the time trial mode, and it adds a few seconds to the countdown timer. Next we have invisibility, and this turns your ship transparent for a while, which I assume means enemies can't target you while it's active. The fourth power up is warp, and this recharges our warp battery a little, seen in the top right corner, allowing us to activate our warp ability. The next power up is freeze, which freezes all humans on screen when picked up. And the final power up is the DNA modifier, which turns everything on screen into cute little chickens. So gameplay in They Came From the Sky is a simple process of abducting people, avoiding incoming enemy projectiles, and collecting power ups to extend our time and aid us in various ways. Time trial mode will end when either you run out of time or are shot out of the sky, and the game over screen provides a summary of our game and will prompt us to either retry or exit to the main menu. The second gameplay mode is endless, and this is your standard high score chasing mode. Before we begin this mode though, we can spend our hard earned coins to unlock new ships, and each ship comes with different values for the ship's 3 stats. So far as I can tell, the first one is the rate at which your ship fires, the second is how fast it travels back and forth across the screen, and the third is the speed at which it changes direction. Beginning endless, we can see that gameplay remains the same, but the countdown timer is gone and we only have the score counter at the top of the screen. The longer we survive in endless, the more often enemies will appear and try and take us down. The game will end after we lose our last life, and as before the game over screen will display our stats. So while the gameplay in They Came From The Sky is very simple, it's also pretty fun and addictive, and its simplicity means it's very easy for anybody of any age to pick it up and play. The inclusion of multiplayer mode is also a great addition, and I can see it being a fun little game to play with a few mates around beers, or as a nice little distraction to keep the kids out of the way. The only two issues I encountered with the game whilst playing was firstly with the appearance of time power-ups in the endless mode. These appeared quite often and actually serve no purpose in this game mode. And secondly, on occasion, your beam wouldn't affect humans or power-ups when it hit them. Other than that though, the game's pretty solid. So now we come to rating the game. Now I rate games between 1 and 5 stars, with a shovelware stamp of approval reserved for only the worst games on the eShop. This rating is based on my own personal opinion on what a game has to offer in terms of gameplay and value for money to potential buyers. And for a rating I'd give They Came From The Sky 2 out of 5 stars. It's a fun little arcade high score chaser with simple gameplay mechanics that are accessible to all. It would function best as a time filler game or as a bit of a competitive multiplayer title to enjoy with friends. You can get the game from the UK Switch eStore currently for only 99p, or from the US eStore for only 99 cents, and I'd definitely recommend picking it up if you're a fan of retro inspired arcade titles. Alternatively, the game's also available on Steam. And that's it for this review of They Came From The Sky. Let me know what you thought about it and the game in the comment section below, and don't forget to drop a like if it helped you out. As always, consider subscribing to the channel for future Switch indie game reviews, and why not join the Starseekers Discord where we have a great community that's slowly growing. For now though, I just want to thank you all once again for watching, and until next time, game on.